The Whale Beneath the Chapel. Evening bells and the edge of the tide. The chapel bells began their evening song as the sun settles into the sea, each note drifting across the water like breath made audible. The sound carries weight, not heavy, but full, the way evening air holds the warmth of the day even as it cools. The boy sits on a barnacle-crusted rock, where the tide has pulled back, leaving pools that mirror the darkening sky. His legs dangle, bare feet brushing the wet sand that shifts and settles with each gentle wave. The village behind him grows quiet, in the way over coastal places at dusk, when the day's work is done and the sea claims the evening for itself. Windows begin to glow amber, and somewhere a door closes softly. The boy breathes in the salt thick air, feeling it settle in his chest beside the familiar ache that has lived there since spring. His father's absence sits like a stone in water, present, unchanging, but somehow softened by the rhythm of the waves. The tide moves in its ancient pattern, pulling away in long silver ribbons that catch the last light. Each wave whispers against the shingle, a sound like sighing, like settling. The boy watches the water retreat, revealing dark rocks and shells and intricate trails left by creatures he cannot see. His breath begins to match the ocean's rhythm, without his noticing, in with the gathering waves, out with its gentle retreat. It is then, in the space between one breath and the next, that he hears it. Not quite sound, not quite silence, but something that seems to rise from the very bones of the cliff behind him. A low hum, distant and deep, like the earth itself humming a lullaby. The boy tilts his head, listening. The chapel bells have fallen silent, but this other sound continues, patient, steady, older than the stones beneath his feet. He looks back at the chapel perched on the cliff above, its grey walls softened by ivy and time. The building seems to sit lightly on the rock, as if it has grown there rather than been built. The boy knows every stone of it, every worn step leading to its heavy wooden door. He has sat in its back pew through countless services, watching candlelight dance across ancient walls, listening to prayers that felt like poetry. But this sound comes from deeper, not from the chapel, but from beneath it, from the hollow places in the rock where the sea once carved its secrets. The hum fades as the next wave arrives, but the boy remains still, waiting. He has learned patience from the tide, from the slow change of seasons, from grief itself. He knows that some things return not when called, but when the moment is right. The evening air grows cooler, carrying the scent of seaweed and wild thyme from the cliff tops. A gull calls from somewhere in the gathering dark, its voice sharp and lonely against the soft percussion of water and stone. When the hum comes again, the boy is ready for it. He lets it wash over him like the sound of the sea itself, neither questioning nor understanding, simply receiving. It seems to speak of deep places and ancient things, of currents that move far below the surface where light never reaches. The boy closes his eyes and feels the sound settle in his chest beside his grief, not replacing it, but somehow making space for both sadness and wonder to exist together. The last light fades from the water, and the boy finally rises from his rock. His feet find the familiar path up the cliff, but something has changed. The hum has planted itself in his memory like a seed, and he carries it with him as he walks home through the village streets, past windows golden with lamplight,